Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 20. And it's this word of the being bought out of the slave market is right here. It says in 1 Corinthians 6:20, Paul says, remember who he's talking about. He's talking to the Corinthians who constantly needed to be lassoed and pulled back because they were so influenced by the flesh that they were constantly going back to behavior like before they were saved. And so what Paul did, as he charged them, as he admonished them, as he rebuked them, he found that this message is what they most needed to understand. He says it in verse 20 of 1 Corinthians 6. He says, you were bought at a price. He says, Jesus Christ bought you from the Agora, and he paid a price. And that price is this. He says that, like Peter did, it's not with silver or gold, but his precious blood. Now look what he said. Therefore, because he bought you at that price, glorify God in your body and your spirit, which are God's. 1 Corinthians 6:20 says, Christ bought me with a price. I belong to God. Redemption means, not only am I forgiven, the record, the penalty, the payment of my sin is made, but redemption means that Jesus himself personally purchased me. Now, people all the time want to have a feeling of significance, a feeling of self-worth. Did you know one of the greatest impacts on my life personally is to think that Jesus Christ bought me, and not just that truth out there hanging, but because he bought me, I belong to him. People always want to belong to something. That's why gangs are out there. Those inner city kids, they don't have anything else, so they belong. And they're willing to pay a huge price. Pain, physical pain, all kinds of, to be a part of something. Jesus said, I paid a huge price. I bought you at a price. Therefore, you, because you belong to me, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Christ bought me with a price. I belong to God. That's what redemption means. And tonight, when we celebrate communion, we're saying, I'm forgiven. We're saying, I'm redeemed. I'm forgiven. God looks at me as white as snow and is forgotten. He's never going to condemn me for my sins. I'm redeemed. I belong to the Lord. I was bought.